So Hendricks and Hunt, talking about the mystery of romantic attraction, in their article, Getting the Love You Want, coming out of their book, they talk about during recent years, scientists from various disciplines have studied attraction and romantic love, and valuable insights have come from that research. Some biologists claim there's a certain biologic to courtship behavior that ensures survival of the species. According to this theory, men are drawn to classically beautiful and healthy women who have physical indicators that they are in the peak of childbearing years. On the other hand, women select mates for different biological reasons. Women instinctively choose males with alpha qualities, the ability to dominate other males and bring home the lion's share of the kill. Thus, an aging corporate executive is as attractive to women as a young and handsome but less successful male. Social psychologists explore what they call the exchange theory of mate selection. And the basic idea behind this theory is that we select mates who are more or less our equals. We seek potential partners on the basis of history, similar backgrounds, financial status, physical appeal, social rank, and personality traits. A third idea, called the persona theory, maintains that the way a potential suitor enhances our self-esteem is an important factor in mate selection. Each of us has a mask or a persona. Remember that? The layers, the masks that we wear, the protection that we build over time because of the inner child needing protection. And we tend to show that exterior layer only to those we first meet. Remember the exterior layer? But there's a more intimate us inside there, but always protecting the inner child. The persona theory suggests that we select a mate who will enhance our self-image. There seems to be some validity to the theory. We have all experienced some pride and perhaps some embarrassment because of the way we believe others perceive our mates. How others see them is important to us. Let's delve a bit deeper and let's look at this couple fit, the collusive fit. Graham Armstrong has written an article about couples fit. Let me read some of that to you. In some marriages or couple relationships, it can seem that one partner exudes a wealth of confidence and charm, whilst another appears to be quiet, withdrawn. One partner appears to create a lot of commotion, and the other appears calming and contained. It's as if together they make up a whole, and in this togetherness, the whole spectrum of emotions and thoughts are managed. The feeling of wholeness couples have when they are together is what the relationship psychotherapist Henry Dix calls the marital or couple fit. Henry Dix suggests that there are three areas involved in a couple fit. A public fit of social class, ethnicity, and education between couples. A personal fit where beliefs, choices, conscious expectations, values, and attitudes play their part. An unconscious fit which stresses the unconscious complementaries between the parties. He argues that couples were unlikely to even meet and date if two areas did not fit, and it was difficult for marriages and couple relationships to survive if there were significant differences in two of these areas. The marriage would not be able to contain these wider differences. That's his view, that's his beliefs. Indeed, some of the problems we come across in relationship counseling, he says, are a result of a shift or growth in these areas, creating what appears to be intolerant differences between couples. I think some of us would view this as things like life stage changes. I don't like the term life crises. Life stage changes because we go through life stage changes at different ages, and there's a difference in those stages that take place between men, between women, and often problems arise, of course, when each of you are going through those life stage age related changes at different points and not recognizing what is happening. The task of relationship counseling is often to explore these differences and encourage the couple to recalibrate or refit their relationship. Often we talk about compromise. I rarely use the word compromise in my therapy, but I guess that is what is being called for in couples counseling. So what does this mean for us as individuals and couples in relationships? All of us hold within a psychological blueprint, Graham Armstrong says. Experiences which carry details about the often unacknowledged stories of our life. Yeah, stuff that has gone into the brain long ago, childhood development, not just at that age, of course, we've grown the child up, but often unacknowledged stories. And some of those unacknowledged stories are deeply in the unconscious because the brain is defending and looking after us and protecting us by, in a sense, blotting out those negative experiences because it would be too painful for us to keep carrying those experiences in the consciousness. Now, they haven't gone, it's just you can't access them. And that's why we use this technique of EMDR, eye movement desensitization reprocessing, where the brain can help us to find stuff and heal us. This blueprint contains information we've often tucked out of our awareness. I don't think we do it consciously. I think it's a process that the brain does to protect us. It's about helping us to cope with these negative, impactful past experiences. It's a defense mechanism on the part of the brain to protect us. But remember, the inner child, the young you, likely was hurt from those experiences. Hence the building of those layers and layers like we see in the Russian doll. The experience of early relationships, often with our parents, has a very powerful impact on this blueprint. And we often seek a blueprint that fits ours. So many would say girls tend to marry men that are like their fathers. Maybe something in that. But there is something about trying to find a blueprint that fits our blueprint. I think it's a bit more complicated than that, though.
Single, but want to better understand why? Preparing for marriage and want to give it your best shot. Perhaps you're in a partnership, a couple, and want to address some issues. Maybe it's a marriage, but it just ain't working too well. Are you a couple, but know it could be better? Consider a diagnosis, a form of MOT for the relationship. Want to limit passing on the stuff to the children, because we know that childhood development really does impact the shaping of us and how we go on to do adult life. Want to maximize the quality of your relationship. Perhaps communication just definitely is not working well. Conflict needs managing, needs resolving. Sex, the first casualty when there is conflict, may be something of a sense of a mismatch, but there are definitely some problems in sex. Maybe you're long time married and you've settled, but you know you haven't settled for good enough. Consider the Kairos Center video on demand program. In that program, you'll cover a lot of topics from A to Z, and you can do it in the comfort of your own home at your leisure, and have some periodical homework review sessions with me from time to time at your leisure. Maybe you would prefer secure webcam where one of you or both of you come for maybe weekly sessions. There's something for everyone in the Kairos relationship program. Contact me today. Whether you're in a partnership, a marriage, these things are true. Marriage is not the coming together of two people. It's actually a clash of two cultures, two experiences, two memories, two habits, two morals, two values. And that is a formulation for destruction, says Dr. Miles Monroe. Also, Dr. Creflo Dollar has said, marriage is the place of our healing. Don't leave it too quickly. And if I add a little bit extra to that, you're destined to repeat the problems. So why not work through this partnership in order to address the issues, which is more about me than the other person, and then make an informed decision about what you do for the future of the relationship. Send me a message. It's time to get your quality of life and relationship back on a proper footing.